Who the fuck am I? Go by the name of Facehugger 303, aka Peter Cook on SoundCloud, and DJ, make a little bit of music. How long's a piece of string? Since I was about 5, when I bought Shabody Waddy for the first time, and then I got into rare groove and hip hop, and this is all house and techno. $4,500, I'd say. I think if each of these have got 100 in, which I think they have, that's like 2,800, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 more of these boxes, or you know, like this. So, yeah, I'm a vinyl addict, as they say. Yeah, I've got some in the loft, and I've got another 3 boxes in my spare room, which I don't know what's in there. Remember I told you, I was looking at them and I just was like, I don't know what this tune is. So, yeah. I'd say my favourite memory has been going to Berlin and going for the first time on a Saturday, and we got there at 11 o'clock and we didn't know the shops closed at 2 o'clock. So it was a maddish rush for 3 hours to buy something, and we had nowhere to stay. We got through out of a pawn shop. It was the only place open was a pawn shop, and we got through out there, so we had nowhere to go. So we flew back home. So it was like a 6-hour journey from London to Berlin and then back again. This is the culmination of a trip to Berlin, and it had 10 tunes in it. And on the way back, I got stopped by customs because I got Plastic Man LP, and it had 200 acid tabs on it, supposedly. And it had to get tested by customs before I was allowed back in the country. And they ripped it up, which ruined the collectability of it. I've only played it once. It's never been played again. It'll never be played again, because I can't find another one for less than 250 quid. And it cost me 25 quid. And the record shop only had 1 copy. And of course I tried every record shop in London that day to get one, and I couldn't get one. So I played it once, recorded it, and that is it. And it'll never get played again. And it stays here, in there, because it's perfectly placed for me to see every time I play records, for me to understand this. Is the reason why I love music, because of this album. And I've heard it once. Pristine copy, you would pay 250 quid for. So that's my baby. And I've never played it since. Once to record it, and that was it. No more. In everyone's opinion that I've even spoken to, and these are all the people I know. My wife hates it, my mates used to take the piss out of me, and I love it. But it must be the worst record ever. And it's called Camille, and it's Tony Humphrey's mix. I'll give the right one on. Yeah, it's called the Dirty Dub Mix. Really good. Honestly. And I was dead excited when I bought it. And I came and brought it home to people, and they just went. Now can you imagine me liking this?
No.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It don't go anywhere at all.
Skip on a bit.
Yeah, yeah, it don't go anywhere.
This is it.
I think I'm a sucker for strings, so I think I got suckered by my little string bit there. If you want to go from that's all Chicago house, that's all Chicago house, that's all Chicago house, Detroit, 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 Euro, 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 house, house and techno, heavy Euro, heavy Euro, heavy acid, house, house, techno. That's Detroit. That's British. That's Detroit. That's British Euro. That's Detroit. That's Detroit, I think. Pink Floyd. Yeah, obviously. I was in the Summer of Love. We all know about the Summer of Love.
Yeah.
And then here, yeah, so greatest hip hop album ever. Being controversial, last Christmas when I told Nick that a new Tribe Called Quest album was worth 6 out of 10, very controversial. It's no patch on this. This is hip hop. This is meaning. Look at his grand. Look at his grand. That's his grand. And he's for a high school diploma. Best hip hop album ever. He did it all on a little drum machine. Absolutely amazing. If I was being truly honest, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, if I was being truly honest.
Do too, yeah.
Yeah. To eat them. I fucking love that album. That's my favourite record out. Hence why. Up on the wall up there. I made drew me that for my birthday. What is it? Relics. Transmat album. Walked into a where was I? Black Market, and the guy went, "I've got something for you," and he just handed me that, and I just walked out happy. Even though I had all the tunes on it already, some of them with different mixes. On the old album, there's 2 new tunes, both by Derek May, so who is my favourite person ever, I suppose. The Chase by Johan Atkins, Derek May mix. They think we don't like techno, and all of a sudden they do like techno. That's what I like. We mainly did like parties all over Cleethorpes, Grimsby. Just used to. First one we ever did was the paddling pool, where we had to go ask the chief inspector whether we could have an acid house party, and he let us do it as long as we tidied up after ourselves. Wicked nights. And we did Customs, which was the first ever all-night nightclub. Legal, legal, not illegal, legal nightclub. And I used to DJ there downstairs. And then in London, just mainly did squat parties and things, because to get into the clubs, you had no chance. There was too many DJs, too many, names fill those clubs, and that's why we always had them. Not to say they're bad DJs, because they're not. And then in Nottingham, don't really do it, because I don't think there's a crowd for what I listen to. And I don't know, because in 1989, all the way through to when I moved here, I used to come regularly to Nottingham anyway, and I never heard any of my music out. Although when I used to play at the parties where I came to, people used to love it and offer me a lot of money for my records, and I'd be going, really? Really? No. Well, the person who, it's not a label, it's not anything, the person who, Graham Pat, Cool Cat, that's why I came to Nottingham. That's why I got into house music. going from Cleethorpes, it was 1.5 hours drive away. So without coming to Arcade Records back in 1987 and 88, I don't think I'd like the music as much as I do. And we used to come to Coolcat at least once a month, every month, until Graham Park stopped playing. And I've been to a few clubs in Nottingham, but I don't know, I think I'm too old now. Oh, Coolcat, right, okay. It was, to this day, I couldn't tell you where it was. Yeah, because we used to arrive at night. We knew how to park the car, to walk there, and that's all I knew. And you either got in or you didn't get in. It was like you could be in the queue for 2 hours, and the person in the front didn't like you and say, no, you're not coming in tonight. Luckily, never happened to me because someone saved me. It happened to me once and someone went, no, you can go in. And I was like, yeah, cool. And it was like a tiny little room with 500 people in, the main room, and it was just one of the best nights. Without Coolcat, I don't think the house would have took its place in Nottingham. That's how much an influence, and people used to come from miles around. Same like we used to go there on a Hacienda on a Friday night, and then there on a Saturday night, and then Heaven on a Sunday night. I think you've seen my face when I like a record. I don't know what it does. It's just the buzz. If I hear a new record and I like it, I'll have it. And I only listen to a record if I can listen to it for 20 seconds, I can tell whether I like it, as you well know. And it's like, just put it on a bit, because I just want to see what it does. I don't know. I've always loved music from a really early age. And it don't come from anyone in my family, because none of them are into music at all. I mean, my brother was into Gary Glitter. Yeah? Remember, I'm a child of the 70s. So my brother was into Gary Glitter. And that was it. My mum was a country and western thing. Do I like that? Not at all. But I've always enjoyed record shops. Always enjoyed listening to music. And there's nothing better than spending, 20 minutes in a record shop and coming out with something. At least, if I spend £10 on it, it's going to be there for the rest of my life. Yeah, I spend £10 on a corner shop on a Sunday morning on shit. Yeah, and I do that every Sunday. That I paid, I think it must have been a £5. It's 26 years old. Got to be worth it, hasn't it?